Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tips. Well, uh, Monday. Yes, it is here Monday. Um, I hear a little thing about an eclipse. Well, you guys check it out. Um, Definitely a lot of stuff to see online concerning that. We're definitely not going to talk about that. Also, um, shout out to all the businesses and the readers of the Hill Report. Uh, we have a new issue out. Um, Definitely talking about stressed out America. I know a lot of people are stressing out about the eclipse and this and that and earthquakes, uh, but just American economy alone is enough to stress a lot of people out. The high cost of housing, the rising gasoline cost, the utility costs are rising. There's so many things that are stressing us out, and the incomes are definitely not keeping up with the rise in the economy. Coupled with the fact that we are, as a country, our foreign policy tends to send a lot of money for foreign aid, and that frustrates a lot of people. Uh, Seems like a paradox in a lot of cases to a lot of people. Um, Also, we love to recognize heroes. We are recognizing Mr. Ronaldo. Yes, Ronaldo, a legendary football or some say soccer player internationally. Uh, Definitely one of the greats. Um, if you've ever seen a lot of the great soccer players like Ronaldo play, you'll see that it is an amazing athletic feat to watch. So shout out to those guys. Um, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was along the same lines. It was how you are a difference maker. You know, you're a difference maker. Just like the Ronaldos, Neymar, um, Messi, Beckham, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. When these guys are on your team is not the same. When you have a Akeem Olajuwon on your team is not just an average team. When Charles Barkley's on your team, you're not just a regular team. Guys like Kobe Bryant, they make a team, and that's how you are. You're a difference maker. You know, so many people settle for being average. So many people settle for the mundane, mediocre, just getting by. Hey, I got a C, but you're an A plus type of person. You're a 4.1, 4.0 type of person. You never settle for 2.5 because you're a difference maker. You've determined that if I'm going to be great in this one life that I have to live, then I have to go the extra mile. I have to try a little bit harder. I have to give it my all. And I tell you what, once you give your all and you couple that with learning as much as you can learn, that's when you're operating at the top of your game. When you're not afraid to learn new things and you train this thing inside of your head called your brain to not resist learning, then the sky is the limit for you. And you're a difference maker because you operate like that. You purified your heart so you know that whatever you go after, you can go after hard with good conscience because it's inside of your morality and inside of your values. That's the purpose of purifying your heart. You want to make sure that your goals align with what God can help you with. You're a difference maker because you do that. You make sure that you can run 100 miles an hour towards your goal with no fear in your conscience of uh, knowing that you went against your value system. You know, there's so many people in the news right now who have gotten in big trouble because they do go against their value system to gain riches and wealth. There's so many people in the news right now who are frankly, they've lived a very luxurious life, but it could end up in prison, which is not very luxurious. But you've decided when you make your difference, when you accomplish your goal, when you open up your company, you're going to make sure that it's a place and an environment where people can thrive, where people can maintain their values and be the best that they can be. You are a difference maker. Shout out to the LeBron Jameses of the world. 40,000 points. First man to hit that. He's been in tip-top condition for over 20 years. He's been just like Ronaldo. He's been on the national team since he was 17 years old. Now he's 39. LeBron is around the same age, and he's been doing the same thing for the same amount of time. So we have great examples out there how you can stick to good value systems, you can stick to good physical health, and you can maintain a high level of play, a high level of work. You can maintain for a long time, but you got to stick to your values. You got to stick to learning. You got to make sure that you're able to adjust. You are a difference maker. I remember when Michael Jordan left the Chicago Bulls. Um, I like the Lakers, but back then it was uh, it was hard not to root for the Chicago Bulls, honestly. But when he left the team the first time, they still, even the thought of him possibly coming back, still kept the team playing at a high level. But in '98, when he left for good after he made that shot over Russell, and we all felt like this is it, the Chicago Bulls uh, didn't do so well in his absence because he was a difference maker. As a matter of fact, when he left, there's a lot of guys who were key members of the team who was like, why would I even come back? That's a real difference maker. Look at how the Boston Celtics in the 60s won basically every championship. But then when Bill Russell left, they no longer won the championships. Difference makers are special. Difference makers are uh, unbelievable pieces to the puzzle. Look at your Caitlin Clarks. Look at your Angel Reese's. Look at back in the day, Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Swoops, like Tarazi. These people make a difference when they are around. That's how you are at your job, at your company, in your family. You are a difference maker. Remember that. You are somebody who, when you are around, things are done at a high level. When you are at work, uh, things go smoother. A lot of times, the Kobe Bryants of the world, they're the glue that holds everything together. They're the ones who make people have confidence. They're the ones, the Magic Johnsons of the world, they make people who are average players into above average players because of the confidence of knowing that Magic Johnson is there. You are a difference maker. You are every bit as important to the people around you as those people that I've named, because what you do at in the field that you do it in, you do it at a high level. You never took average well. You've always wanted to excel. And you're doing that. You're making everyone around you better. Your kindness is making the community better. Your hard work is making your future better. And you wouldn't be able to do this if you didn't know that you are a difference maker. This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tips. And guys, let's go get some sales.